I'm here at the Great Smoky Mountain National Park once again, and I'm out here to do about a 70-mile loop. We'll see what it ends up being, and I'm here on the Rich Mountain Trail. Let's get going. Join me. Not alone. There are some other people here trying to keep it down a little bit. I did meet some people at the trailhead. Very nice from Cincinnati. We did a beer swap and they gave me this tiny raindrop. Fantastic. So they asked me to rate it on the video. So hopefully you guys see this, and thanks again. Fantastic. Good morning. It's about 8 o'clock here in Great Smoky Mountains. I'm on the Indian Grave Trail, part of the Rich Mountain Loop Trail. I'm headed down to Cade's Cove today. Let's go. It's been a wonderful morning hiking in the Smokies. Down from Rich Mountain into Cade's Cove, and then took Anthony Creek Trail up to meet this, the Bote Mountain Trail, and I'm headed up to the AT, about 1.5 miles. From here, it's been all up from Cade's Cove. That was a really great section of the AT. It was only 0.3 miles, but absolutely spectacular this time of year. Wow. Onto the Jenkins Ridge Trail. Heading down, great views all along that ridge. I'm headed to campsite 84, Sugar Fork, I believe it is. It's 8.9 miles from the AT. Most of this, I think, is along a ridge, and then it's down to the creek, into the creek valley. So I've got quite a bit left to go today. most of that Jenkins Ridge trail from that direction was up pretty high and fairly level. Very nice trail. A few ups and downs, keep it interesting. But then it's generally kind of a down. That's the first maybe 3/4, and then now I've come down into the Creek Valley, and I'm a couple miles away from Camp 84. The trail has basically turned to a forest road with a nice gentle grade, which is a nice change, a welcome change. There were reservations made last I looked online, so I'm not sure, of course, how many people will actually be there, and I'm not sure how much video I'll be able to get, but I'll do my best. Let's see what this Camp 84 is all about. Extra special thanks to my wife. She dehydrated black beans and rice, homemade. Got that tonight with some hot sauce, pepper jack cheese, some Doritos, and some dessert. I can't say enough. The beans and rice is absolutely amazing. Hardly even need the hot sauce. It's pretty spicy, but it's great with the Doritos. Wow, wow. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Amazing. Good morning, day 2 at the Smoky Mountains. Man, great night sleeping here at campsite 84. We got 2 creeks here. It's great for sleeping. Nice and cool, and a lot of moisture in the air, but no problems. Had a nice little fire. Went to bed early, got a good night's sleep. Getting a late start today. This is, like I said, campsite 84, Sugar Fork, which coincidentally was my nickname in culinary school. 8.1 miles to the Welch Ridge Trail. That's where I'm heading. Here it is, Camp 82. Still closed after, I don't know, 3 months ago or so. A couple of hikers found a bear on the other side of the creek eating a dead hiker. The bear did not kill the hiker, but apparently the hiker died and the bear eventually found the dead body. And I believe they shot and killed the bear. And there is a tent there, but I'm not sure if there's anyone actually there. Well, it's not that deep, but it's a little chilly to be getting your feet wet. Woo! Yeah! And I'm crossing another stream. I'm starting to have flashbacks of this trip I took with my brother-in-law in Big South Fork, where we did something like 12 or 13 winter stream crossings in one trail one day. All right, this one doesn't look as bad. Had a great little lunch break here by this creek. Now it's uphill for the last little bit of this Hazel Creek trail. It's been a phenomenal trail. Highly recommend it. Some great campsites and just a beautiful, beautiful trail. Made it to the Welch Ridge trail. Now it's 0.7 to Jonas Creek trail. On to the Jonas Creek trail, meeting up with the Forney Creek trail at 4.2 miles. That's also Camp 70, I believe. I'll have to double check that. All right, let's go. Another great campsite area. Definitely 3 distinct sites right here. You could probably even, no, 4. 4 distinct sites. Separate, very nice, very nice. Right down by the creek. So I'm not sure what the elevation is, but this is Camp 70 Jonas Creek. Only one other person here at camp tonight. And they're pretty spacious, so it's very nice. Nothing exciting. I'm going to get dinner ready. Actually, there is something exciting, because again, I want to thank my wife, because I've got homemade pasta, beef pasta bolognese. Had a great night at campsite 70, the Jonas Creek campsite. Now it's on to the Forney Creek trail and then up to Clingman's Dome. So this trail is, I don't know, a little over 7 miles, I think, and back up. So that's the Smokies, up or down. Gonna be a great day. This is a big day at Clingman's Dome. And then on to campsite 26, Dripping Springs, I think, something like that. So let's go check it out. This day is going to be a big day. I'm getting a little later start than I wanted, but got to hit that trail. Let's go. All right, here I go. It's the Forney Creek Trail to the Forney Ridge Trail. 7.4 miles and a bunch of elevation. Let's go. Early in the morning, awfully cold water. There's the trail. Beautiful falls area. Here's campsite 68, steel trap. Nice, small. Creek access just down over the hill. This is the upper part of campsite 68. There's another site down, you can't quite see it, enough for a tent, maybe 2. The bear cables are right there. A tent here where I'm standing, and look at that view. Made it to the Forney Ridge Trail, on to Clingman's Dome, 1.1. miles. Back on the AT, out of that mess at Clingman's Dome. It's always nice to be out on the trail and meet a couple of people along the way, and then it's interesting when you kind of come out into a public area like that. But when you're doing it multiple days, I think it's kind of fun. Maybe not with COVID, but interesting nonetheless. Now, I've got a big rest of the day, maybe a little too big really. It's gonna end up being about 18 or 19 miles, I think. I've got basically 10 miles left. Oh wow, what a view. I've got about 10 miles left and it's about 1:30 right now. So I'm looking to maybe get into camp around 7. So anything before 7 is a major win, basically. So that's my goal. But 7 is late, so try to make up a good time when I can and keep moving ahead. All right, back to the trail. Look at this view though. Onto the Miry Ridge trail and onto camp. And to my friend the AT, thank you again. It's been wonderful as usual. Until we meet again. At the junction of the Middle Prong Trail, I'm continuing on the Miry Ridge Trail. We're in campsite 26. Oddly enough, it's not mentioned on that board. Nice open area, a few fire pits. This is going to be great. We're high on a ridge. Wow, what a day. Started out at Jonas Creek camp, obviously, and then up Forney Creek trail. That was a beast. That was great, but man, that was rough. And got up to Clingman's Dome. Had a great little lunch spot there right at the base of the little tower thing there. And then headed down the AT. It was a long day, at least 18 miles. I'll have to check. I'm not even sure on the elevation, but it was a great day. Really, really tough day. My goal was to be here by 7, and I actually got here at 6:15. So that's a win. I'll take it. I'm going to get dinner ready and look over tomorrow. I've got to do a change of plans for tomorrow, so I'll tell you about that tomorrow. Coming up on the Panther Creek trail. Let's see, 2.2 miles to the Middle Prong trail. I think that's basically where we're going. So this is the Panther trail, 2.2 miles. I've had to change plans a little bit on this trip. I was going to have company on this trip, but they had to cancel last minute. So the loop, I was planning on having 2 cars. So now I only have 1 car, so basically I have to connect that loop. I can really do it, but I had to kind of shorten it up a little bit, and this is part of that shortening. I normally would have gone at Jake's Gap, kept going straight, and I think we're gonna camp at site 18 tonight. But I had to change that. I'm gonna try to shave off a few miles and head straight back to campsite number 5. So that's the plan for today. That puts in about a 20-mile day. But hopefully a lot of the trails are like this and I can make some good time. So that's the plan for the day. I'm at it. Onto the West Prong Trail. 2.7. It's been a couple of days, but I'm back on the Bote Mountain Trail, just for about 0.3 miles to the Finley Cane trail. So, onwards. Short distance on the boat trail, off to the Finley Cane trail. Back in the rhododendron.
Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you, sir. They don't want turkey.
and onto the Crib Gap Trail. I have officially looped back. I am back on the Anthony Creek Trail, 0.2 miles from the trailhead. This is just right outside the Cade's Cove campground, where I will be dropping off a little bit of trash. Rich Mountain Loop Trail, back on it, let's see. We're back up to the John Oliver cabin. No stopping this time, just walking on past. Here it is, the Rich Mountain Trail. Camp 5 is right down there. Wow. And special thanks to the National Park Service. Thanks for all that you do to maintain all these national parks. Absolutely one of America's treasures. Thank you. So this was a great loop in the Smoky Mountains. A lot of challenging terrain. Forney Creek, to name one, Hazel Creek to name another. I love all those creek crossings. Really slowed down the time, but man, they were great. And of course, hiking on the AT, being up high like that is just a thing in and of itself. So really great trip, even though I had to modify it a little bit here at the end. Ended up being a very challenging last day for me. I think it's a personal best here in the Smokies. Granted, there was some road walking there, but still I'm impressed with myself, and I consider it a challenge answered. I kind of made a deal with myself that if I got back to the campsite by 5, I would probably go ahead and head to the car and maybe get a room in Maryville for the night. Well, I made it back to the campsite by 4 o'clock, before 4, 3:50 as a matter of fact. So I'm definitely going to treat myself to a room in Maryville and maybe a local Tennessee IPA. So I've deserved it after today, if you ask me. I'll have to check, but it's about 23, 24 miles, something like that when it's all said and done. So thanks for joining me out here, the Great Smoky Mountain National Park once again. I love it. This was, a 70, 75 mile loop, something like that. And absolutely beautiful.